Hello YouTube, today is June 10th. Now if you've been playing the follow along game for about 10 months, then you'll know that today is our due date. Your due date is calculated by adding 280 days, 40 weeks, to the first day of your last menstrual period, assuming a 28-day cycle. Now note here that your menstrual period and ovulation are counted as the first 2 weeks of pregnancy. If you deliver on your due date, your baby is actually only 38 weeks old, not 40. I'm not sure I understand that. Taylor is now, today, 40 weeks. 40 weeks, full term. Now a fun stat that we learned at the doctor's office last week, that 70% of first-time moms go late. Everything's okay, everything's fine, everything's normal, everything's dandy, except she's wildly uncomfortable. She is not sleeping super well. She is beautiful, loving, kind, caring, lovely lady. What this means is that by Monday, we have another appointment on Monday. And if at that appointment on Monday, there hasn't been any progress, she is more dilated, is more effaced, other complications or whatever. If nothing has changed from our last appointment, then that appointment, they will schedule an induction or inducing. They will start to induce her. Inducing labor is to ripen and induce labor. They may use prostaglandins, use a Foley catheter, strip or sweep your membranes, rupture your membranes, or use oxytocin, also known as Pitocin. All that to say, today we're hoping that the baby arrives, it being the due date and all. Anyway, it's a beautiful Saturday, so we're gonna go outside and enjoy it. Alright, I've got Taylor behind the camera. Taylor's going to ask me questions, like a fire round, about all of the wonderful, wonderful things that have happened in the past 40 weeks. Okay, I'm ready. Questions.
How did it all begin? Were you super excited to be pregnant with like a child, or was Taylor more excited? Which one? Go.
Boom, I was more excited. Now on the other side of this, Taylor's never actually even heard this, so this will be interesting, but now on the other side of 40 weeks, I can safely say that I have a deeper appreciation for Taylor as a woman. And I also, I was super gung-ho. I was more excited, she was more apprehensive. We finally got on the same page, and then we immediately got pregnant. What was the question?
How immediate did we get pregnant?
It's actually something that I think that we both take for granted, honestly, because a lot of people have a lot of trouble getting pregnant, and I thought that we would have a harder time because I've worn skinny jeans for the past 15 years of my life, which everybody was like, if you wear skinny jeans, you're never gonna get pregnant. wear them. Doesn't matter. We got pregnant, I think, the first time we tried.
What do you think he will look like? What kind of features are you going to predict he'll have from you and from me?
He's gonna, okay.
Good.
Jack is going to have like, I think when it's a boy, you tend to like see more of the dad's like attributes coming through. But I think he's gonna look like I'm gonna see you in him and you're gonna see me in him. Also, he's gonna have horrible vision. His vision's gonna be bad. He's screwed. We'll have to start feeding him carrots from a young age.
What is something that you fear or are anxious about being a father?
Getting peed on in the face. I'm more afraid of the kid becoming too central in our relationship and then it being something that's an obstacle between, you know, that the kid is in between us. Which I think that we've like talked about so much over the past 10 months, in the past 3 years, maybe even the first book that Taylor and I ever read together as a couple was called Your Kids Are Your Own Fault.
That was ridiculous.
It was a ridiculous book, but like we had been dating a month or something and we started reading this book by the pool. That was awesome. I think that the saving grace is going to be working together, because when I'm like, oh, we should discipline the junk out of him, you'll be more like, oh, we should be merciful. And then when I'm like, you know, we should do this crazy thing, you'll like, it's this constant neutralizing and meeting in the middle. So I'm excited that you're opposite for me in every single way.
Okay, so who have I been as a pregnant person? Have I been different than the Taylor you met, the Taylor you married? Like, how has that been?
No comment.
And you can't plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. I don't think you've changed. I think the minute that baby comes out, the video of the woman picking the refrigerator up off of the child, like you might let me stay under the refrigerator for a while and figure it out. But I feel like you're gonna have some serious like mother, yeah,
Mama bear instincts.
some mama bear instincts.
If you could teach Jack one thing, and that be the only thing that sticks with him for the rest of his life, what would that one thing be that he follows?
That he follows?
Yeah, like as like a guide in his life.
The fear of the Lord. That's like, when I think back on my childhood, like if there's one thing that I left my childhood with, it was that. And it's the beginning of all wisdom. So if you have a healthy fear of God, then you have a healthy, like that will, I mean, the rest of your life, whether or not like you know, believe, or whether or not you do this or that, like having that fear that there is a God and he, you know, is just, like having that understanding for the rest of your life is, if I can give him one thing, it'd be that.
That interview is over.
Thank you so much. Can I take the mic off? We are going to now make some cookies and eat some pineapple, install some cabinets, hang some pictures. And we will see you guys on Monday.